I still remember the night clearly when my phone buzzed with a message from a colleague who happened to be at a downtown hotel. He casually mentioned seeing my wife, Sarah, walking into the lobby with another man. At first, I brushed it off, thinking maybe it was a work thing, but curiosity and unease gnawed at me. I decided to drive over, heart pounding, hoping I was overthinking. When I arrived, I parked my car in the far corner and watched from a distance. To my horror, I saw Sarah laughing and holding hands with a man I didn't recognize as they walked toward the elevators. My stomach dropped. It was a sight I could never unsee. Instead of storming inside, I chose patience. I snapped a few photos as proof, my hands shaking but my mind already planning. That night, I didn't confront her. She came home late, smiling faintly, pretending she had been out with some friends. I didn't show my anger. Instead, I kissed her on the forehead and acted like nothing was wrong. If she wanted to play games, then I would play smarter. Revenge, I decided, was going to be quiet, calculated, and unforgettable. Over the next few days, I started gathering more evidence. I went through her texts and emails, all pointing to the same man, a wealthy client she had been meeting for weeks. She thought she was clever, but she didn't realize I had already hacked into her cloud storage and tracked everything. The betrayal cut deep, but it also fueled my resolve. Sarah always prided herself on being respected in our social circle. Reputation was her crown jewel. That became the weapon I chose. I compiled the photos, screenshots, and hotel records into a neat little folder. Instead of yelling or begging, I quietly prepared to expose the truth in the most brutal way possible. The perfect opportunity came when our anniversary dinner approached. We had invited close friends, family, and a few of her business associates. She was thrilled, dressing up in a stunning red gown, thinking it would be a night about us. For me, it was the night her world would collapse. The dinner started beautifully. Toasts were made, laughter filled the room, and Sarah kept holding my hand like we were the perfect couple. When dessert was served, I stood up with a smile and said I had prepared something special for everyone. The lights dimmed, and a slideshow began playing on the big screen. At first, it showed pictures of us together, vacations, memories, happy times. Sarah beamed proudly. But then, the images shifted. Photos of her entering the hotel, holding another man's hand, text messages filled with affection, and receipts from their stays flashed before the stunned crowd. Gasps filled the room. Her face drained of color, and she froze in her seat. People turned to her, whispering, shocked. Her business associates looked disgusted, and even her closest friends couldn't hide their judgment. My parents stared in silence, and her parents buried their faces in their hands. Sarah tried to stammer out excuses, but the evidence was too overwhelming. The room that once praised her now drowned in shame directed at her. I ended the slideshow with a calm voice. This is the woman I trusted, the woman I loved. But as you can see, she decided to share her love elsewhere. Tonight, I'm not asking for sympathy. I just wanted everyone to know the truth. Then I sat down, leaving her in a puddle of disgrace. Sarah ran out in tears, followed by awkward silence from everyone else. Some tried to console me, others simply shook their heads and left. The party ended, but my revenge had just begun. I filed for divorce the next morning, attaching the evidence to the case. The law was on my side, and so was public opinion. In court, the evidence shattered her claims of innocence. She lost the house, half of her assets, and most painfully, her reputation. Her lover, who had promised her luxury and comfort, abandoned her the moment things got messy. She had gambled her life for an affair and ended up with nothing. As for me, I walked away free, with dignity intact. People respected me more for the way I handled it, with calmness instead of rage. Sarah tried calling, begging for forgiveness, saying she regretted everything. But I didn't even respond. The chapter was closed, and I was already moving on with peace in my heart. Now, whenever I look back, I don't feel sadness anymore. Just satisfaction. She thought she could betray me and hide it, but my revenge made sure she paid in full. Her regret came too late, and I had already built a better life without her.